Oh, here we're going to be doing something a little different here on Memory Lane. We're going to be doing a little battle between the NES and the Sega Master System. The Nintendo Entertainment System is one of the most iconic gaming consoles of all time. An 8-bit 1.79 MHz CPU, 2 kilobytes of RAM, over 16 million sold worldwide, over 700 games released worldwide. Now you're playing with power. The Nintendo Entertainment System. Get ready. The Sega Master System released in 1985 in Japan as Sega Mark III, and released in 1986 in North America and 1987 in Europe. The Sega Master System was most popular in Europe and Brazil. Over 300 games released on the Sega Master System, and 158 of those games were exclusively in Europe. The Sega Master System used both cartridges and Sega cards for software. The Sega Master System even had a selection of 3D games way ahead of its time. Now prepare yourself. What game will we be playing today on the Sega Master System? What will happen when the Sega Master System and the Nintendo Entertainment System collide on this special episode of Memory Lane? Which game do you like better? Comment down below and let us know. Alright, the next game on the list right here, Alien 3. Let's pop Alien 3 into the NES. Let's try it out. Is it going to be as good as the movie? I'm not sure. You guys are going to be rating the game down below. 1 star, 2 star, or 3 star. Alright, let's try out Alien 3. Alright, so Alien 3 was published by LGN and developed by Probe Entertainment Limited. Released in March 1993. And right there on the label you can see the actual Alien with the Alien 3 logo and the LJN logo on the bottom. This game was obviously based off of the Alien 3 movie. Not quite as popular as the first Alien movie. And is this game going to be good or bad? Let's go take a look. Let's find out. Alright, so right away you have the Alien logo popping up on the screen, similar to what you would see in the movie, which is pretty cool. And then you have the gameplay right here, where you have to try to run around and try to dodge these aliens that are coming after you. You have to run up and down these ladders and all kinds of stuff. And the graphics look kind of like something you would see like in Contra, but the gameplay is not that great, to be honest. This would have been a great rental back in the day, because I don't think you would probably want to own this game. Probably rent it once, play it, return it back. It is a 2-star in my opinion. It's not quite as fun as you'd think it is, but you know, what would you guys rate this game? Alright, we're gonna be playing a little bit of Alien 3 for the Sega Master System, based off the 1992 movie Alien 3. Alien 3, the label art pretty much is well, at least it's not generic looking. It has the image from the movie, like almost like what you would see on a movie poster, with the Alien 3 logo right there on the bottom. So without any further ado, let's head over to the Sega Master System and let's play Alien 3. Alright, here we have Alien 3 on the Sega Master System title screen. It looks pretty cool. I actually like that title screen a lot. And then you have this little cutscene right here. Pretty freaking funny. And yeah, much as expected, this is quite the same as the NES version of Alien 3, except when I was playing this game, I felt like it was definitely the controls were better, and the game felt definitely better. I like how the aliens just jump out of nowhere. It gives you that feeling like the game is not as linear as what you think it is. Like, these aliens can come out of nowhere, and it's actually pretty scary. And here's another portion of the game right here. We have face huggers. They're trying to kill you right there. Now, yeah, this is a 3-star in my opinion. I think this is actually a really, really good Sega Master System game. I highly recommend it. It's not easy at all. Nonetheless, it's actually a pretty good action platformer with tons of crazy stuff going on with based off the actual Alien movie. It's actually done a pretty good job translating an Alien movie to an 8-bit game. I like it a lot. Alien 3 on the Sega Master System. Highly recommended. Alright, let's start off with the first game right here for the Nintendo Entertainment System. We're going to be playing Bram Stoker's Dracula. I mean, is this game going to be good or bad? I think there was a Sega CD version of this game that was really bad. So let's pop it into the NES. Let's find out. I want to see what you guys rate this game. I'm going to go check it out. Bram Stoker's Dracula for the NES was released in around September 1993. It was developed by Psygnosis. It was published by Sony, and it was based off the 1992 film Bram Stoker's Dracula. And as you can see on the label of the cartridge, you have the Dracula red logo with the castle in the background and the Sony logo on the bottom. Now that's pretty much it. Let's go take a look at this game. Is it going to be good or bad? Let's find out. Alright, here we have the Bram Stoker's Dracula title screen right here. It actually looks pretty good for NES standards. Not bad at all. Here we have a little example of what the gameplay looks like. And you know what? This game was released on other consoles, and I would say that the NES version actually holds up quite well. Actually, not that bad of a game. And I'm surprised I'm actually saying this, because I didn't think this was going to be actually that good at all. But I'm actually digging this game quite a bit. The gameplay is actually pretty fun compared to the other console versions, and it's actually not bad at all. I'm actually going to give it 3 stars. I think this game's actually not bad. What do you guys think? Here we are playing Bram Stoker's Dracula. I almost forgot the name for a second. Bram Stoker's Dracula for the Sega Master System. There is a ton of exclusive games for Europe for the Sega Master System. This is no different right here. We definitely did not get this in the States over in North America. Without any further ado, let's head over to the Sega Master System and let's check this game out. Alright, here we have Bram Stoker's Dracula. The title screen right there looks pretty cool. Don't have my hopes up for this game, to be quite honest. I wasn't really a big fan of the movie, so I don't expect a whole lot from this. But as I actually played this game, I was pleasantly surprised. This game is a pretty decent platformer developed by Sony. I had no idea what I was getting myself into when I was playing this game, but it actually is a pretty decent, good platformer. And again, I really didn't care about the movie at all. But this is actually a good movie game. As I played the game more and more, the level designs seem pretty simple but brilliant at the same time. The way things are placed in certain areas, it was a very well designed game. The level designs are pretty good, even though they're linear, but they definitely are pretty good though. Definitely a very good hidden gem on any 8-bit console for that matter. This is also, I think, a 16-bit game too, but I remember playing the 16-bit versions. They were good, but I must say the Sega Master System version seems really good to me. I love this game a lot. This game caught me off guard. This is definitely an amazing hidden gem on the Sega Master System. The graphics are pretty cool. But what does it for me is the gameplay. The actual platforming on this game is actually really good. The gameplay feels very good on this game. It feels like almost like a Pitfall, Prince of Persia type thing combined together. It feels very good, and you don't slip off the platforms or nothing. This is a 3-star. Completely caught me off guard. I did not expect to give this a 3-star. Honestly, I thought it was going to be a 1-star. Definitely a hidden gem on the Sega Master System. What do you guys think down below? I want to know, have you guys played any version of this game at all? This is actually pretty good. Alright, the next game on the list right here is Back to the Future for the NES. Let's get it out of the box. Let's play some Back to the Future. Alright, here we go. We got the cartridge right here. Back to the Future for the NES. Obviously, this game is obviously not good. I always enjoyed playing this game. I'll probably give it a slightly higher rating than what most people will. But let's go head over to the NES and let's play some Back to the Future. Back to the Future was released in September 1989, and it was developed by Beam Software, published by LJN. As you already know, Back to the Future is one of the greatest movies of all time. Will the game live up to how great the movie was? Obviously not. We all know that this game is not that good, but the label art is definitely classic and probably one of the best label arts on the NES. I love Back to the Future NES label art. Alright, let's go take a look at Back to the Future on the Nintendo Entertainment System. Alright, right away you have the title screen for Back to the Future, and the logo looks actually quite nice on the NES. And then we dive right into the gameplay, and this is where things go downhill. It almost looks like Back to the Future was reskinned from some other game or recycled from some other project. This game would have been much better off not being a Back to the Future game, but something else instead. Some levels are fun, but have nothing to do with Back to the Future whatsoever, and then some levels are absolutely horrible. You take this diner level, for example. I can never get past this diner level, no matter how hard I try. Then eventually this happens. This game gets a 2-star rating. It would have been a disappointing rental back in the day. It's not that good. How would you guys rate this game down below? Alright, we have our next game right here. It's Back to the Future 2 and 3 combo on one cartridge. You get 2 great movies crammed into one NES cartridge. But what happens when you translate that into an NES cartridge? 2 movies into one cartridge. What's going to happen here? I mean, we saw what happened with the first one. The first one was like, I don't know what the hell they were thinking. What would you guys rate this game? I am going to probably really be tortured playing this. Let's head over to the NES and let's take a look. Alright, here we have Back to the Future 2 and 3, developed by Beam Software, published by LJN, released in September 1990. Now, right away on the label art, you can definitely tell that LJN put most of the budget into having such a great looking label. The label art on this is so good. Obviously the game is not. Let's head over to the NES and let's take a look. Alright, here we have the Back to the Future 2 and 3 title screen. It actually looks pretty good. It makes you really want to play this game. Man, I'm so glad I bought this game. And it looks like they try to tie the movie to the game right here with the almanac and even a picture of Biff. Look at that. They even got the DeLorean here. Oh man, this looks awesome. What in the world is that a hamburger with feet? I mean, what the hell were they thinking when they programmed this game? Wow, that's a Spiny from Super Mario Brothers. What the hell is that? And I just got killed by a bird. I mean, this is a 1-star. Man, they completely misled me with the title screen and everything. Oh, this would have been horrible to rent. What would you guys rate this game down below? I just want to know. Alright, here we have Back to the Future Part 2 for the Sega Master System. And I love the Back to the Future movies quite a bit. It's definitely some of my favorite 80s movies. Back to the Future 2, it's definitely a great film. And how exactly does this translate into a video game? Well, we already know that Back to the Future on the NES was not so good. And a lot of the other Back to the Future games were not so good either. You can probably expect this one not to be so good. But what exactly are we getting ourselves into here? I mean, let's we're gonna have to head over to the Sega Master System and check this out. But before we do, let's just remember that I personally liked the NES version of Back to the Future, even though it was bad. I couldn't beat the game. It was definitely difficult. I wonder if I'll have the same experience with this game right here. Let's head over and let's find out. Now, right away, when you turn the Sega Master System on with Back to the Future 2, you're greeted with some classic Back to the Future logos right there and the nice background music on the title screen. So far, so good. I love what I see right here. This is actually quite nice. Nice illustrations. Even better, right here, we definitely have illustrations with a DeLorean flying through it like a time machine. Now this little animation right here with the DeLorean. Now that is pretty awesome. I like that a lot. You even have Doc right there standing outside the DeLorean. Now this is where the game starts right here. And you're using the hoverboard, so I'll give them credit. They're definitely trying to tie it to the movie. And you just definitely still have random objects that you have to dodge in the road, and there's a Biff's gang right there. They just beat the crap out of you. And the opening level is pretty hard. But if you do manage to get past the opening level, you have this level right here, which is just really weird. I don't quite. I believe this is the house that Marty McFly's family lived in. I'm not sure, but it's a weird level. If you get past that, then you have this level right here. You have to actually walk around and get attacked by barrels and Michael Jackson. Is that Michael Jackson?
Who's bad?
They could be tied to the movie, but I really don't know. There you go. I mean, if you make it past that, you have to actually complete this puzzle right here. And this is when Marty McFly played guitar at that little school concert. It's a random puzzle. I'm not a big fan of throwing in a random puzzle in a game like this, but you have 3 minutes to complete it. And if you can manage to complete that, then you can move on to the next level right here. Now, this level seemed to be the easiest level. This is the final level, I believe. And this level resembled the NES version of Back to the Future, with this random objects over the place and people. Except instead of vertical, it's horizontal. So it's much like the first level in the game. And if you beat it, you get the To Be Continued, Back to the Future 3. And you have the DeLorean flying off into to the background right there. This game, I'm going to give it 1 star because here we go. Once you complete the game, they throw you back into the first level right here. And that is pretty annoying, and I really didn't like the game that much at all. Alright, we're going to be playing a little bit of Back to the Future Part 3 for the Sega Master System. And talk about fancy looking label art box art right there. What do we have here? It looks like not only do we have the Back to the Future 3 image right there in the center, but the border and the side of the box. It looks very, very fancy looking. Look at that. It's definitely much more fancier than your average Sega Master System game. So, as most of you already know, Back to the Future 3 on 16-bit consoles suck. But how does it stack up on the Sega Master System? We're going to find out. But before we do that, let's take a good look at that box art. That is some of the coolest looking box art on the Sega Master System. Not a big fan of this movie. I love Back to the Future 1 and 2. This movie, not so much. It was okay. Get ready, we're going to be playing Back to the Future Part 3 on the Sega Master System. Alright, right away we have the Back to the Future 3 title screen right here. And the music in the background and the title screen look and sound pretty good. So far, so good. Let's see what we have here. And before you start the game, you have a little, some images, a few images from the actual movie itself, and that right there would be my facial expression for playing this game. And here we are, first level, much like the 16-bit versions. We are riding a horse being attacked by, I believe those are birds. Yeah, I'm not sure what those things are, but they're killer bees or birds, something. And we have boulders coming out of nowhere trying to hit us. What is this, Indiana Jones? And we have a freaking tomahawk. I mean, look at this. This is Tatanka from the WWF is throwing tomahawks at us. Hey, what the hell? The chances of you making it past the first level is pretty slim, so get used to seeing this screen right here. I wish I was Mary Poppins. I bet the ass of that horse that he wishes he was Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Once you get past that point. All of a sudden you have a gravestone that pops up here for Clara Clayton. What about the horse? Where's the horse gravestone? But if you're lucky to make it past this level, you get to play this level over here. We get to throw plates. And this level is somewhat easier than the first level. The first level sucks. It's like very, very difficult. I hate the first level on this game, no matter what system I play. This level is easier to play, but still, it's not really that fun. But you can see how it looks here, and then if you can make it past that, there is another level where you're on a train. And again, this level is okay. It's not as hard as the first level. The game is definitely a 1 star. This game is not that good. It's not entertaining at all. What do you guys think? Comment down below and let me know what you think. This would have been a bad rental back in the day. Which game do you like better? Comment down below and let us know.